Hello, Jam.
Hey.
Hey, it's James Farley. What's up?
Oh, I've got a cold.
Oh, you caught my lurgies.
Yeah, I know. The whole family's got it at the moment, apart from my son.
I hate that shit, man. And you just know he'll get it as well.
Yeah.
Like, eventually, it'll come.
The worst thing is we're, like, really tired and don't want to do anything, and he's just, like, jumping around the place. You know, like... You know, it's like, please, calm
down. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling 100%, but I'm still, a lot better than I was last time you called.
That's good.
I was rough. Yes. So the new Destiny stuff is incredible, and it's just a shame we've kind of fallen out of it a little bit because, oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, but you're like, I mean, I've sold it, to be honest.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you punk.
Well, because I could still get reasonably good money for it, and, it's just, I think the amount of effort that we'd have to put into it to get to that is probably a bit much now, especially seeing as you've already got, like, what you're doing on PS4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but my character's now on level 19, I think, on Xbox One, because I just thought, wow, James isn't playing it anymore, I'll just
really?
I'll just run ahead a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, see, I was going to do that, and then I thought, I can't do that. You'll be annoyed.
No.
And then
I'll be annoyed. But yes, I've been caning both versions for some unforeseen reason. But I mean, there's a few friends that want to play the raid, so I thought I'll put some effort in, try and get up to 25 at least. So I think it's 25 the first raid. But yeah, fuck me, it's good. Yeah, the new stuff's really interesting. They've got this new horde mode, Prison of Elders it's called, where at the end, if you survive the full horde mode, at the end there's 3 chests, 2 little chests and a large chest, and the 2 little chests are just like material stuff, and engrams and stuff like that. Sometimes you could get some motor light, which is pretty good, but nothing special. The big chest, once a week you're guaranteed an exotic from it, which is, you don't know any of this, but it's like basically like some of the best weapons in the game, some of the best armor in the game, and you're guaranteed at least 1 piece. But you've got to have a key to open the last chest. So you could do the Prison of Elders as much as you want. It don't mean that you're going to get like the rewards from it. You need to get these keys, and to get these keys, like you go into, the patrol missions, right?
Yeah.
You go into them, and you've got to there's like really hard enemies spawn in different areas, and you've got to basically fight off the hordes of enemies. And yeah, it's kind of like doing horde mode to get good loot out of the horde mode. It's hard to explain, but it's so well done. It's really well done, and it's totally sucked me back into the world of Destiny. It's cool. Such a fucking brilliant game, man. Like, I can't believe there's people out there that's like, oh, it's so boring. It fucking ain't. Like, some of the new strike is incredible. Some of the fights we've had in the Prison of Elders has been insane. They've got a new multiplayer mode called Trials of Osiris, I think it's called.
Osiris.
Osiris. What is that? What am I missing? Like a piece
it's like
of...
it's a thing, yeah.
Like, it's a thing. Well explained by PhD owner James Farley. Have you got PhD yet?
Not yet. It's nearly, but yeah.
You're still subhuman. Anyway, what it is, it really reminds me of Rainbow Six, actually, because you've basically got 1 life. If you die, you're out, but you can revive each other. So you revive each other as much as you want, but of course, once all 3 of you are down, then it's game over. And then if you win 9 games with only losing a maximum of 3, then you get like huge rewards. But you've got to be pretty fucking special at that game to get that far, It's that is proper for high-end level players. And I tried it and I just thought, man, I'm getting my arse kicked. But you kind of respect Bungie for doing it, because it's like, this is Bungie saying, okay, if we wanted to do an esport, this is what it would be. Like, it's pure teamwork, and really tense. So I kind of respect the people that play it, because you just kind of think, well, if you get the reward at the end, you fucking deserve that. Like, killing 9 other teams, that must just be, insane. So, what they've done this time. I mean, I wasn't a massive fan of the Dark Below, the first expansion. Second expansion, incredible, like really good. Is it worth the £20? Probably not, but it's still incredible. Like if you're into Destiny, it's essential. You've just got to pony up the cash because you'll be missing out if you haven't got it. And then there's the promise of more content coming at the end of the year, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, see, this is why I'm just thinking I'm going to wait and then step on when it's when whatever comes next. Do you know what I mean? Because
there's rumours.
I really feel that I missed the boat with it. To be honest, it was too late.
There's rumours that they're going to start making it easier for level 20 characters to get to a higher level, because the level cap now is 34. And there was a real struggle. I remember being at level 24, 25 for ages. It was like just taking fucking forever. But now they seem to really want to sort of push people up to the higher levels so they can do the raids, they can do the high level stuff, the Prison of Elders and stuff. Otherwise, like, they're releasing content and some people can't play it because they haven't put enough into the game. Yeah,
you see, it really feels like it is one of those games where it's almost like the only game you can play, like, for a while. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Look at Matt. He plays that mostly, doesn't he?
Yeah. Like, and I mean, that's his game. Yeah, that's all he plays. But I don't know. Sometimes you need games like that. Not all games can be just throwaway. And
it's true.
This one's definitely sticking around, and I'm amazed by the community still, like, well behind it. I mean, you know how strong the community is when you've got these websites still reporting what Zer's selling every week. Zer's this character that turns up at the weekends with like exotic gifts, and you can buy them for strange coins. And it's like news outlets are reporting what he's selling. So that it's important. People care about it and read about that stuff. So it's exciting. It's really exciting. I can't wait to see where they go next, because this expansion was so not what I expected it to be. Like the first one was kind of like, oh yeah, strikes, raids, yeah, we know what we're getting. With this, because it was new game modes, it was like, okay, cool, this is new stuff, this is interesting. So really, really fucking happy with it.
Do they have like a finite number of like expansions they said they're going to do?
Well, there was 2 in the season pass, which was Dark Below and House of Walls. They're done now. Mm-hmm. And then there's supposedly a major expansion. I think it's called the Comet or something at the end of the year. And it sounds like it's going to be a whole new area. Like, because although these expansions are decent, you're still going to the Cosmodrome, you're still going to, Mars and stuff like that. You're still visiting places you've been to. Whereas I think the next one's going to be, no, this time we've got a whole new planet for you to check out. And that's really fucking exciting. I can't wait. But there is a part of me that goes, well, I understand why people think I'm an idiot, because I am making excuses for it. £20 for this expansion is way too much to ask for. But, I think it's definitely one of these games where it's like, look, you're either with us or you're not. If you're not with us, go play something else. If you're with us, we're going to introduce all this high level.
See, this really sounds like a kind of like a World of Warcraft kind of situation.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I mean, but World of Warcraft was still actively trying to get new players into its world, wasn't it? It was doing all these trials and, hey, you can really like boost to level whatever. And it was really putting in the effort to sort of get new players on board, because it was mainly subscription based. With this, it's like, no, just if you're with us, we're going to treat you. I can't imagine buying any of these expansions when you're like level 15. It'd just be fucking pointless. But I don't know. I'm just excited. Destiny is such an incredible game. I mean, I've had so many good nights with it. That you just kind of think, oh, man, this is honestly just fucking genius, the whole thing. I love Bungie. They really fucking know what they're doing, don't they?
I know. I actually put in the the Master Chief Collection, which kind of works now.
Have you got the ODST with that? Did you get the free?
I didn't get it for free. But
okay,
it costs,
I've got a code for you. I'll give it to you.
Can you? That'd be great.
Yeah. I bought it on launch, but then refunded it. But obviously it noticed that I bought it on launch, so they'd sent me the code for ODST. So, but I think you can only play it if you've got the full game still, which I haven't.
Yeah.
So
definitely you need that, because it says like it doesn't install it as an extra game. It comes under Halo 3. Like you have to choose that. And it comes under that.
So I'll send you the code. You can have that.
But you're right. You're right about the Bungie thing though, because I was playing through just Combat Evolved again.
Yeah.
And first of all, like obviously it's the remaster that they released on 360. I don't know how much extra work they did for the Xbox One version, but like when you do that thing where you can switch off and on, show the old version. And it's like, it's funny, isn't it? Because like when you first play it, you think, yeah, this is how I remember it. And then when you flick it back to what it actually was like, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
I don't remember it looking like this.
No,
like what I can see is what I remember. And but it still is that amazing like Bungie kind of like just the moments of fun thing. Where it's like it's still really fun to play. It's still really amazing.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what 343 do with a new one. I mean, Halo 4 was really good.
It was good. It was a good game. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they managed to pull it off, but I don't know. I mean, I was thinking.
I heard they even because the Master Chief Collection was like messed up, wasn't it? Like for a very long time, and still kind of is. But apparently, they even messed up like ODST coming out because people were having trouble like installing it and all sorts of trouble. Yeah, it's like I just can't get it right. It's
But no, I mean the like you look at what Bungie have done with their shooter, and you just kind of think, "Fuck, man, that was talent. That was pure talent, and it's showing again." And yeah, I understand that some people don't like it, but I mean, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, what a video game! Love it, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of video games, how's your video game going that you're playing?
Which one?
Dark Souls.
The Dark Souls, okay. So I did the Hydra.
You took the Hydra down. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, I did it. It wasn't that hard. It was getting to the actual Hydra was harder than actually fighting it. Because, like, it does that, it throws the water at you.
Yeah.
It's like, it can completely wipe you out nearly. It's, like, really easy to get, like, really killed, using that. But it was okay. I got through to it, and then I did the hacking the bits off. And it was one of those things where it took longer purely just because it was irritating.
Yeah.
Like, not because it was hard, but because it kept on, like, firing the tentacles at, the heads at me.
Yeah, and you're kind of like
going nowhere near me. And I'm like,
exactly,
until I get over to them and try and hit them, I can't, there's not enough time.
Yeah.
And that was kind of annoying. But I think it only took me, like, 2 attempts, and then I did it. And, but yeah, it wasn't really that difficult.
Yeah, the Hydra's not great. I'm not a big fan of Hydra. I know some people like it, but I don't know.
Why? It just felt a bit, I don't know, not entirely great.
Really weak fight.
But yeah, so then after that, I went back, because there's a ladder down there, which then goes further up,
That's right.
next to a waterfall.
Yeah.
So I went up that way and sort of skulked around up there, killed some stuff, and there was like loads of tree things and everything. And then I went a bit further, and you go, there's like a bridge you can go over.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
But then you can either go over a bridge or you can go the other way, which is like going back into the into the forest area. So I went over the bridge initially, and then I saw this massive, I don't know, it looked like a tiger or something. And I was like, I'm not doing that now. I was like, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go over there and it's going to waste me. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going over there now, because I already had loads of souls as well, like I was holding on to in the fight. And I was like, I know I just don't want to get killed like immediately. So I thought I would go back to the forest. So I went back in there. Loads of those, the trees appear. I've killed all those. But then I went over to where there's like a door, and these blokes arrived, like these people, like they're like, they like look like humans, but kind of like ghost humans.
Yeah.
And they wiped me out like really quickly.
Yeah.
They totally killed me. And I just got to some stairs which I'd sort of run up, like some stone stairs, and then I died. So then I thought, okay, this is obviously not going very well. And then I remembered what you said about how I could unlock a door. That was the one that I'd missed before, and also that there was a, like a, what's it called, a bonfire, like close to that area as well.
Yeah.
So I went back round, and I went back round to there, and I spent some of my souls, and I bought the the thing to open the door. And you can probably guess where this is going.
I can't.
Well, no, because the thing is then I went round and I opened that door, and then I find that door is where those steps were, where I died from those people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I didn't really need to open that door. I didn't have to waste the souls to do that.
No, but every time you would have to go the really long way round with those tigers and everything. It's insane. It's well long.
Yeah.
You're just spawning back where the blacksmith is, right?
Yeah.
That's a fucking trek, man.
Not necessarily, because there's actually another bonfire down below that I was using, which you don't know about. Which is
really?
Yeah, there is. It's we discussed this before, but you didn't know about it. And apparently, yeah, I don't think it's not a very common one. I'd guess because it's very well hidden. It's
Right.
like if you go down, you know, like you go into the depth like area where it's like just before the Hydra.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like, if you know, there's like the sort of the pathway that goes down there from where the forest is.
Yes.
If you go back the other way, and you know that there's a bloke down there that you can. I'm describing it really badly.
You are. I've stopped listening to.
I can't really work out how to describe. But anyway, there's a bonfire there which is like closer to that area.
Oh right, okay.
But it would still mean that you'd have to go through those ones that look like they're covered in tinfoil.
Yeah, I mean those guys are not that hard at all. Actually, you're a bit irritating, but yeah, no, they're not too bad. I've got something that I need to talk to you about, James.
What?
I don't know how to approach the subject really, but you sort of said something. You said apparently, and then you stopped and said, "Oh, it's an uncommon one."
Mm-hmm.
How do you know it's an uncommon one?
I might have had a look to see if there was one around
Because
there.
here's the thing, James. Right?
Yeah.
Last week we were talking about the Drake sword, right?
Yeah.
How did you know how to get the Drake sword?
You told me.
How did you know where to stand to get that Drake sword?
You told me.
Did I? Where did
Yeah.
what did I tell you?
You told me before how to get it.
Yeah,
You said you go under there and then you shoot arrows at it.
See, James, I've got a feeling that you haven't been keeping to the rules too quickly. So this is a confrontation now. Right? Let's get this out.
Okay. I admit, I did have a look to see if there was a bonfire close to where I was.
Right.
Right?
Now, I refuse to believe that is the only time you've looked on the internet. James, I refuse to believe that because that is such a fucking shit thing to look up on the internet. You've been more frustrated than that moment. So come on, out with it. We could draw a line. I won't have a go at you anymore. We could draw a line underneath it. How much have you been looking online?
I've looked just once or twice.
James.
No, honestly, I've looked. Okay, shall I tell you the time I've looked?
Tell me the times you've looked.
Okay, I can tell you. One time was that I've just told you about.
Yeah.
Because I was getting frustrated. The other time was with Quaylag.
What did you look up with Quaylag?
Trying to figure out how to kill her because she was doing my head in.
What did you do? Did you go on YouTube?
No, I just had a look on like a FAQ, to see what it said.
FAQ. FAQ, James.
Yeah, just had a look. It was doing my head in. I told you I wanted to throw things because of that. And it was, and you weren't any help. Like you just said, just keep hitting it, and that's not helpful.
I told you to change your things, your armor, to fire resistance. Right, okay. Rule number 1: neither David or James can look at a walkthrough.
Yeah,
that's rule 1. That's not
wasn't
even
a walkthrough. It was just an aid. Like a slight aid.
What is this? Rule number 2: James cannot talk about Dark Souls to anyone else or on any forum or form of social media.
I've not done that. That's
okay.
Yeah,
because you'd be cool. Rule number 3: David and James aren't allowed to talk about Dark Souls outside of Skype calls, which we don't. That's fine.
Yeah, we've done that. Yeah.
That first one is a shocker. I fucking knew you would cheat.
Look, no, it's not cheating. Well, okay, it is cheating, admittedly, but it's because you gave me such crap advice. And it was like,
don't try and blame me, James.
Okay.
Don't, because you're just embarrassing yourself now, mate. Firstly, I don't trust you. I don't think you've looked twice.
It's true.
I think you've looked a few times. You definitely looked up how to get the Drake sword. Absolutely, 120%.
I swear, I didn't. I swear.
There's no way in your There's no way
how to do it.
I didn't give you that specific advice on how to take down.
Advice. You just said you fire arrows at its tail. How difficult can that be?
Well, you might have tried it at the end of the bridge or whatever. There's no way you'd have known to stand under the bridge.
I did know because you told me.
Absolute bullshit. Right. I think you looked on either YouTube or something for certain bits of Blighttown because you seemed.
No, I didn't. I absolutely did not. I absolutely did not.
How can I trust you now, James? You've slipped up. You've exposed yourself and admitted it.
For two things. It's
Neither David or James can look at a walkthrough. That is black and white. I mean, there's no room for shifting on that one. That is black and white. I hope you're happy with yourself, James, because you've basically ruined the podcast.
I do feel a little ashamed, to be honest. It's
good. Fucking hell, what a scumbag.
Oh, but that's a bit strong.
That's a bit strong. Rules are there to help control the fun, James, and you have completely pissed on the rules. You fucking maverick renegade. You sick human being.
Thanks. Yeah.
So what are we not going to do anymore, James?
All right, I promise I won't do it anymore. I mean, I've only done it, I swear I've only done it those times. And then also, that's why I'm calling you now.
I know that's
because
bullshit.
I don't know what to do now. That's the problem. That's why I'm calling you.
I know that is horseshit. That's the thing.
It's true.
I know it. I know you.
You don't know me.
You try and defend when you're wrong about something. You try and defend yourself till you're blue in the face, till you're throwing up. You get so defensive with things. Now you've been called on something. You're like, no, I've only used it twice. I know you've used it more than that.
I have not. But anyway,
James, let's move on. Well, I told you, Sif's your main dude, right? Have you made it to Sif?
No. Where do I go? I don't know where to go.
So you're at the bonfire with behind the big door that you've unlocked, right?
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Basically, you've got to run past. I wouldn't take them on just yet. They're a covenant. There are covenants in the game, and you can join. You could join them or not. And blah 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 blah. Have you still got an egg on your head?
No, I got rid of that.
Where did you do it?
I did it where you told me to, which was, like down below, where you...
There is something behind that wall?
Yes, there is, yeah. You hit the wall, you go through, and then you can choose to... There's a guy standing next to the spidery kind of thing. You talk to him, and then he gives you... Basically, it's an antidote, for it. And gets rid of the egg. And it gets rid of the eggs. But then also, if you talk to the spidery woman weird thing in the wall, then she gives you the chance of joining the covenant if you want.
That's right. Yeah.
But I said I wasn't interested because I don't know what it is. So this is why I'm hoping if we have the other people on, there's some questions I've got about this.
Yeah, absolutely. And that character is the fair lady, they call her. That character is so interesting. And did you notice anything about her? Did she remind you of anything?
I did. Well, I did do one thing, which was that I upgraded my flasks with her.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Because she's a firekeeper. She's a firekeeper. Yeah. Because
one of the options was like, do you want to do this or whatever? And I was like, yeah, all right. And I had two of the things you needed for it. And then I've got, it's +2 now. The Estus flask.
Up your Estus flask. No, you can see that she's like Quelaag, right? She's exactly the same as Quelaag. I don't want to tell you about it, not because I think it will spoil it or anything, but because I know I'll get it wrong. But they're actually sisters. And the only reason why she was attacking you was to protect her.
Right.
And you find out, I think anyway, when we do a conference call, you will have someone explain it for you completely, who's not a complete fucking idiot. But or you could just look up online, James, and game facts or whatever, ruin it. But she's her story is incredible. Like, it's really good. Right. Okay. Yeah. So your next fight is with Sif. You need to basically run straight ahead, run past the people in the forest, try and avoid them because they are dangerous. Then you get to this little like stone hut thing. Go down the steps on that, and then straight ahead, and then you'll see a long bridge with a fog wall behind it. And that's the next boss. A fucking important boss in the story. It will make you laugh the moment you'll see it. Yes, very difficult. I struggle with this boss quite a bit.
Are we talking like Quelaag? So you didn't find Quelaag difficult, did you?
No, I didn't. I would say it's more difficult than Quelaag, but then I would. All I'd say is get tight, get underneath him, because that's the best place to be, and watch out for the spinning attack. That's probably some good advice, but work out what triggers the spinning attack, and then just make sure you avoid that one. But I mean, although this was a moment in the game where I really struggled with a boss, but in my head I was thinking I can take you, like, to the point when I finally won. I didn't feel happiness. I felt kind of sad because it was like, you battered the fuck out of me. well played. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's how I felt. I was like, you were fucking tough, and now you're gone. I'm kind of sad you're gone, because it felt like it just felt like a really good fight. Mm-hmm. I love that. And then again, the lore behind it all is incredible. Something that the guys that we invite on the show will happily explain for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So you haven't done much.
No, because I said that's why I tried to call you last week, because it was I did the Hydra. I was like, what next?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did tell you this, what to do next, but Yeah,
that was ages ago. I've forgotten.
All right then. Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Are you really? What?
Yeah.
It's only 8:00.
I know, it's been a long day. It's been not so good. You up for some Titanfall this week?
Absolutely, yeah. Chet's been saying that he wants to get back on some tights, so we should definitely jump on at some point.
Okay.
For reals.
All right
then, babe.
See you later.
I love you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.